So hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Truck TV. Thank you for continuing to watch. I can't believe it's been only 3 weeks and a day since the Wayfair decision. In this time, a number of states have moved to either provide information or to enact law or regulation that applies tax on internet commerce. Some of those states have rules effective as early as July 1. Others are looking to make the change effective August 1. But what we've seen really in an unprecedented way is that states have moved incredibly fast. They are seizing this opportunity and doing everything they can to get themselves into position to tax remote commerce as soon as they can. And since the time of the Wayfair case, we've seen things develop in Hawaii. Hawaii passed legislation that's effective July 1 that taxes remote commerce. It's interesting that they tax it retroactively to the beginning of the year, but they're giving taxpayers a quote-unquote catch-up opportunity. So retroactivity was one of the things that the Supreme Court found challenging. Hawaii still at this time is actually going to try to apply that tax retroactively. Wisconsin actually hasn't issued anything, not a law, not a ruling, not a regulation, but they're saying that they're going to issue guidance, and that guidance will create an economic nexus standard effective 10/1. So clearly they're one of those states, and we talked a little bit about this in the webinar, that feel that they can enact an economic nexus rule without necessarily passing a law, but can rather do it through Department of Revenue regulation, which they haven't done yet, but they're planning to. Alabama, by way of contrast, was one of those states that responded to the Supreme Court's suggestion way back when in the direct marketing versus role litigation and enacted an economic nexus law like South Dakota. That case didn't move its way through the legal system as quickly, but nonetheless, Alabama is saying that this case is effectively disposed of by the court's decision in Wayfair, and they're going to start officially taxing economic nexus under the simplified seller's use remittance program. If you don't know about that and you don't have Nexus today in Alabama, that's something you should learn about, and that will be effective 10/1. Finally, New Jersey. New Jersey actually passed a law. Their legislature must have been going out of session pretty quickly because they did this really fast. They passed a law just a couple of days ago, and now it's sitting before the governor for signature, that would apply economic nexus in very much the same way as the South Dakota litigation does. And like Wisconsin and like Alabama, they're looking for a 10/1 delivery date. Now, all of this is on top of legislation that was passed in Louisiana with a July 1st effective date. That was passed in their extraordinary session, which just concluded, and also Vermont, which has a law in place that would tax electronic commerce effective 7/1. So, by way of a summary, if you're keeping count, July 1, there appear to be economic nexus standards effective in Hawaii, and don't mind me, I'm looking at my notes, Louisiana, and Vermont. Effective 10/1, there are or should be economic nexus standards in Wisconsin, Alabama, and New Jersey, with the other wild card being South Dakota, because that Wayfair case, which was officially remanded to state court, has to be finalized before South Dakota can impose an economic nexus standard. So, in short, things happening extremely quickly. Expect more things to happen between now and October, so I don't suspect these are the only states that will tax electronic commerce effective October, but they are what we know now, and we'll report more when we can. Thanks for tuning in.